Always a good time for football here in the city of Pittsburgh. Welcome to Acrisure Stadium. Today, a good scrap in the AFC North between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ready to get this game started. Here's Adam McPherson. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Finds him on the crossing route. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of second down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. And he puts some air under this one, right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman on for the Steelers to punt this away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
Flacco's going to throw here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Flacco off the play action. Now he takes it. And his slime puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Flacco. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
On the gun, Flacco. That throw finds Jamar Chase. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's second and 14. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Shoves him off. Finds him over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
McPherson's kick is good. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Gainwell. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 27-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. He can run it. This gets forward to around the 29. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And Bengals with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down. Throw here. 3rd down. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And this spot Thought it's going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's him on the end route. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
2 yards on the pickup.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
I'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Dropping back to throw. Taking it by Wolfie. And he has this down to the 34. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now. They need 7. Sticking to the air here. Finds the in route complete. And they take him down right along the 30.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Look to throw. Throwing for the back of the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
And on 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This one from 47 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone. Hits his running back. And 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They are throwing it again. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Needing 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Up in the air here. Caught near the goal line. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals stretch their early lead to 9. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Up the middle, and somebody blocked it! The Steeler has it! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
And that block's going to take a little bit of the sting away from giving up the touchdown. I'll tell you, that's exactly, if you're on that special teams unit, how you want to start this game. Playing hard, executing well, and putting a little seed of doubt and thought on the special teams unit on the other side.
Evan McPherson.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. From the gun, gives to Gainwell. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. To throw, Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. And he's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Oh, he's going to run for it. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the first.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Steelers first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the air on 1st down, Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Rodgers from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Rodgers off the play action. He throws a bullet to the This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making a field goal game.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers cut the lead down to just 2.
Steelers 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Flacco's going to throw here on first. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Finds his man over the middle. And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third down, it's Flacco. He puts some juice on a deep throw. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their early lead to 8. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level, because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
McPherson at the point after. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Makes the score Bengals 16, Steelers 7.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
Good for a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard
Good
line.
offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st down. Here's Rodgers. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing again here. It's Rodgers. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
1st down throw here by Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 29-yard line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. The Bengals are out in front. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have it second down, well inside a field goal range. Rodgers is hit, the ball is loose. And now the Bengals have it. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 16-point lead.
Steelers 7.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. Escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 29-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Warren once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. False start makes this 3rd down and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 39-yard line.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Pass play now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, Flacco makes the catch. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to be touchdown as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Bengals. First down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Flacco off the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them off and bring up 4th down.
One of the big lessons you learn transitioning from college to the NFL is you can't get it all back at once, offensively or defensively. But this is the right way to go about it now defensively. You got to get a sack. You got to get something going to stem this momentum, and that might just be the sack they needed.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Rodgers will look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Play fake. Here's Rodgers. It is cut left side. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Warren running between the tackles. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That stop made by Barrett Carter.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. That's a downfield work in the left. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Rodgers set to pass. Wilson on the slant. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
They sneak it with Rodgers. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Steelers first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Rodgers from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Boswell to add the PAT. And it's good, but the twisted kick there means this still is a 2-possession game in the second half.
Bengals 23, Steelers 14.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Where one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it. Finds Chase on the slant. This gets forward to around the 29. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. Back deep is Williams. Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. They've got 1st down from the 31. Play action here with Rodgers. Brought in right side. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. Here's the all-pro who hold him down, Trey Hendrickson.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Here's Rodgers. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Steelers 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Completed over the middle. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Brought in. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
False start, offense.
A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. So after the false start penalty, they're left with 3rd and 8. 3rd and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's going to get get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Another look for him, Brock. And, hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he's brought down at the line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing again, Rodgers. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This a 44-yard look from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Completed to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. He stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Gonna keep this one and go. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Bengals trying to add to their lead. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals bump the lead up to 13 points.
Steelers 17.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. First call here coming from the shotgun. Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one nabbed by Warren. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll throw again. Rogers finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second and 3 now. Again, Rogers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The Bengals with one final possession now in our opening half. And it looks likely they'll carry a 2-score advantage into that locker room. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. First down carry for Brown. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Kyle Duggar on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 14-yard line.
So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. Now Boswell on to send this away. Samaje Perine on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the half with a give to Brown. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play, and we've got 2nd and 8.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
They'll send out the punting unit. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers offense headed out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. 2nd down.
He's brought down by Barrett Carter. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
Warren here from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Tackle by Chris Jenkins. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. No throw, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, this is P. Ryan. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, a nice little run to set the table.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Brown. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, Bengals.
You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. We go play action with Flacco. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. He gets it to Fant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Cincinnati.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Still sticking with the passing game. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Give on seconds, it's Brown. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Brown on the inside give. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals make it a 16-point ball game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
McPherson at the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 20.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. This makes it up to the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Bengals get to him and take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. To throw, Rodgers dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line.
The
Bengals and Joe Flacco coming out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Dump off caught by his back. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, the big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, the running back in the flat.
Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Now we're going to have a break in the action. One of the Bengals in some pain. They're going to go out to look at him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. That's Metcalf running the slant. Keeps it moving. DK Metcalf. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
37. Steelers 27.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, this is Piron. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a two-score game as they start this drive out. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He's got a man left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Steelers in the dime for this 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Yes, at the end of it, and he loses the ball. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 67 yards. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9, all the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Backed up all the way to the 17 now for 3rd and goal. Slot man motioned over. 3rd and long for him here. And that one's incomplete for now. It brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Trying an inside give to Ward. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Austin put in motion right. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Rodgers going to throw on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. To throw is Rodgers. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Brown quick on the draw here. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the gun, Flacco. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
Hey, 3rd down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They'll go again with Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And that makes it 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punt team on the field. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Brown to start the drive. And some excellent work to drive them all the way out past the 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. We go play action with Flacco. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It is Bengal football, and they're going to start the final quarter up by a couple of scores. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the 37-yard line.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They're going play action. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Let's be real clear, there is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
So out now comes the punter. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Caught in the comeback route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Rodgers thrown again on 2nd. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
One of those situations that I really can't critique the defensive call at all. I mean, the X's and O's were everything you want, but unfortunately, the Jimmies and Joes, in double coverage of that tight end, couldn't get it done.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Warren. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Rodgers from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win.
Boswell able to knock it through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. On the return, this is P-Rod. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's a throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Rodgers set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
So things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball, you think about them through the years, they trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He dodged the tackle. And some textbook work covering that part. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Play action here with Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan battle with the INT. And the Bengals will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Michael's going to throw here on first. He finds Brown right side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Shotgun snap to Flacco. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. From the gun, P-Rod. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up third down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. We're putting way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
McPherson's kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
On the return, here's Gainwell. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense sent it back to the field, led by their receiver. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. to the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing from the gun here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
That's DK on the slant. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Rodgers. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Warren running between the tackles. And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers get it back to within 6.
Bengals 43, Steelers 37.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here's Jones. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Bengals, then running back Chase Brown, getting sent to begin another drive here. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Ball at the 33 for first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. Caught it deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I think someone on the Bengals got back on top of that one. And yes, they did. Bengals football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
And now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. The Steelers offense headed out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, Warrior. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Brought in right side. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trail by 6. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Working now from the gun. Makes the catch. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
To throw. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Setting up to pass. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on. That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. It's caught by Wilson. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. And someone has officially flown higher than the Dutchman, Brock. That completion pushes him past Norm Van Brocklin for the most passing yards in a game in NFL history. The mark of 554 yards and stood resolute since back in 1951. And 7 decades later, someone has finally topped it. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Throwing now. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
The Steelers, first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
Steelers 44, Bengals 43.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Gave away a couple on the 1st down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Here he is to throw. It is caught left side. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Bengals.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Straight ahead, it's Brown. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing now out of the shotgun. That's incomplete on second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now to throw. Higgins downfield, and he has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. He's dropping back to throw. He brings it in. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. But you sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout.
57-yard attempt.
So now it'll all come down to the foot of Evan McPherson. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It has enough leg, and it's good from deep. And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
That kick was a heck of a distance, but with the adrenaline that you know he had flowing through him in that moment, it helped give him all the drive he needed to send the game winner through.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it goes for a touchback, so time enough for 1, maybe 2 final plays here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.